Hey, I'm Albert from Performativ, and today I'm super excited to be making a major leap in the industry by introducing Performativ's newest feature, Custom Agents. This is a new class of capabilities that lets you and your firm design, govern, and deploy agentic tools in your Performativ tenant.
It is built with the capabilities of OpenAI's AgentKit, which was just released last week. Under the hood, Performativ uses its battle-tested MCP server, which wraps the powerful portfolio management capabilities and all the compliance controls that the European and British regulators expect.
Please join us in turning an idea into a working virtual analyst that will make millions of clients happy and help the firm generate billions of euros in inflows, all in a couple of minutes.
In this demo, we'll build a virtual analyst that scans through millions of client records to flag high cash positions and term deposits coming to maturity. It reads years of CRM notes for context, and then drafts a compliant proposal that activates cash into suitable securities. It only proceeds if the client has no declared upcoming liquidity needs and no scheduled private equity capital calls.
Step 1 is governance. Through the Performativ system, I've created an MCP user inside our tenant and assigned it least privilege role-based permissions. Here, I granted access to the audit log, client analytics, client lists, and the metadata surrounding that. You can scope this to a segment of clients, and you can restrict write actions to a narrow set of pre-approved actions. Everything, of course, is captured in the audit trail of the Performativ system.
For our enterprise customers, this can be expanded into branches or organizational units as well. That provides you absolute control of how the agent can be deployed for a single client, a subsection, a segment, a branch, and of course, the entire scope of customers.
Next, I open up the AgentKit builder, and here I can assemble the flow. Agents in Performativ can run from any native activity like a task or alert, or via a custom action. We plan to add support in our chatbot to also allow you to trigger actions from there. Data transformation rules define when and how the flow starts. In this example, we've triggered the flow to run when a client's exposure to cash is more than 20%. This, of course, is just a threshold set for this one use case. You could also run the agent on all customers and let the logic be 100% controlled by AI. And here I've added an agent step that pulls all CRM logs for the active clients. As you can see here, inputs to the agents are provided in natural language, while outputs follow a response schema that we define so downstream steps stay reliable. Here you can see exactly which tools in the Performativ system the agent is allowed to call. For this step, we only allow it to read client logs, and as you can see here, parameters are explicit and every call is permissioned. So when it runs, the agent returns a normalized JSON as per our request, and then we reuse it across the rest of the flow. In this step, we need to classify liquidity needs from the CRM nodes and all of the supporting materials that we have. In this case, the agent returns one of 3 different states, and you can enrich the process in here with internal PDFs like investment guidelines or training materials, and if policy allows, approved external sources from the web. We then merge inputs. The agent considers your firm's house views, client suitability, and any explicit client preferences that it's found in the CRM nodes. If the client recently asked to add US equities to his exposure, the agent will prefer that signal over the generic models. It will then propose an appropriate ETF allocation within the guidelines of the customer. And if a certain liquidity need is detected, the flow stops and records a note. Otherwise, the flow proceeds to draft a proposal for advisor review. Cool, and let's try to run it. If I click the preview button here, of course, when the agent is run in production through Performativ, it will run with a payload defined. But here I can just ask it to run for client 29. And here I'll approve the permission data calls to Performativ. And again, we can define whether to ask for permission when we run it in production. And now as it runs, I can watch the live trace of the agent running. The flow generates an advisor-ready memo with compliance status, liquidity findings, and recommended next steps. It also saves a client note that the advisor can forward to the client. Performativ even takes care of notifying the advisor so that he can receive this directly in his CRM or in his email inbox.
And a remarkable thing to cover, for larger organizations who are watching, Performativ can be your system of record, the same way we operate for smaller wealth and asset managers today. However, for firms with legacy systems in their tech stacks, our center stage technology enables us to sit on top of or alongside the existing systems of record. As a bank with a brave innovation agenda, that gives you modern agentic workflows, analytics, and client experiences integrated into your stack much faster than competitive products on the market today, all without ripping and replacing core systems.
So that is custom agents and the AgentKit builder in Performativ. This is a breakthrough for financial services, a major leap from prototypes and governed production-grade AI with investor protection and data sovereignty by design. You can use Performativ as your system of record or layer the center stage technology on top of your existing capital markets technology to unlock modern agentic workflows, powerful analytics, and client experiences much faster than the rest of the industry. If you're ready to raise to the new standard for your clients, your firm, and for the industry, we're super excited to build with you. Thank you very much for watching.